Thursday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Thursday evening, and and hopefully is going to have a great Friday tomorrow as well. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Thursday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, nothing going on inside the state of South Carolina right now. We're good in terms of all this. We do have some storms over here inside Georgia right now. Severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and half dollar-sized hail. As well as we scroll out to the MRMS, look at these storms right here. Have flooding going on inside of Virginia, all the way up through to Pennsylvania. Severe weather going through there. And also over here inside the Gulf of Mexico, we do have some showers, some downpours going through, as well as Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas. We do have some over there. Even some shower and downpour activity down here in the Four Corners region. And not only that, but just heavy rainmakers going all the way from Wisconsin down into Kansas and Nebraska, as we are seeing some very strong wind gusts go all the way through the state of Iowa, the state of Minnesota, and the state of Wisconsin as well. Very interesting looking line, pretty much packing gusty winds 40 to 60, maybe even isolated 70 miles an hour throughout this entire line right here. So hopefully everyone inside the path, or if you know anybody inside the path or about to get hit by this, you should let them know. But that's pretty much everything going on in terms for the United States. Let's go on and talk about cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is looking to be very kind of clear right now. I mean, not really any cloud cover pushing inside South Carolina right now, so we're good in terms of cloud cover. But here's our cloud cover total percentage right here. As you push this forward, cloud cover is again just still pretty scarce, not much. Even as we get into tomorrow morning, cloud cover is still pretty scarce, not much at all. And even as we get into the 18Z-ish as well. Here is our current temperatures: 84 in Columbia, 80 in Charleston, 80 in Myrtle Beach, 80 in Georgetown, 82 in Florence, Bishopville, 84 in Sumter, 82 in Rock Hill, Union, 84 in Greenville, Anderson, 82 in Augusta, 82 in Walterboro, 84 Fairfax, 80 in Beaufort and Savannah. Here's our low temperatures for Thursday night: around 73 at Columbia, 75 at Charleston, Hilton Head Island, 75 Myrtle Beach, 73 Dillon, Florence, Cheraw, 72 inside of Sumter, Rock Hill, Greenville, 71 inside of Spartanburg and Anderson and Aiken, Barnwell as well, and some other regions like 73 Walterboro, Moncks Corner as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. Around 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible pretty much for places like Barnwell, Aiken, and Kingstree, as well as Winnsboro. But a 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch is possible throughout most of the upstate of South Carolina, and going all the way over into the PD region. The northern PD region of South Carolina has a threat, and even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch is possible in some regions as well over there near Florence, South Carolina. Would not be surprised if we saw half an inch somewhere. And it seems like right now that mainly this is going to be scattered to isolated precipitation, not much at all in terms of like just heavy precipitation for the entire state. But still, even as we go through tonight and tomorrow, still going to have to watch out for some shower and thunderstorm activity. And not only that as well, we're going to have to watch out for some thunderstorms, maybe even some severe ones as well. Here's the SPC outlook for tonight. Tonight we do have a chance for some thunderstorms for the upstate of South Carolina and the northern Midlands of South Carolina. But as we go into tomorrow, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather that is now in effect for the upstate of South Carolina. No chance of hail and no chance of a tornado, which means that it is a gusty wind factor. 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gust isolated is the threat. So you're going to have to watch out for those isolated damaging winds as we go into tomorrow. So definitely something that you're going to have to watch out for. And then as you go into day 3, Saturday we do have again just a TSCM for the entire state, which means just thunderstorms are possible throughout the entire state going into Saturday. So that's that. Here's our day 1 excessive rainfall outlook. Nothing for tonight, nothing for tomorrow, nothing for Saturday, nothing for Sunday, but Monday, most of the state of South Carolina for our Labor Day, we're inside of a minor flooding risk going into our Labor Day Monday, September the 2nd. So, we're going to have to watch out for some minor flooding for the entire state. This is subject to change. It's 5 days out. This will change. So definitely don't take this exactly how it is right now. It could get worse, it could get better, and it could just disappear in general out of thin air. But we'll talk about more about that going into like the next couple of evening updates. But as we move through tonight, tomorrow, and parts of Saturday, you can start to see showers, thunderstorms kicking off still inside the upstate of South Carolina, even as we go into around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, right now, on radar, I don't think that I saw much, but as we get into around like 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, still no showers, no thunderstorms, nice day. Until we get to around 2, 3 o'clock, where you could potentially see those isolated damaging wind gusts go through the upstate of South Carolina with these thunderstorms, and they will continue as we get into around 11 p.m., 12 a.m. into our Saturday. And then that's pretty much it in terms of, all of that, really. So not really much to say for all this. But as we continue to move on, let's talk about the tropics now, and then we will talk about the future. But here's the tropics right here. We've been talking about the tropics. We're definitely going to come back, and this is definitely an example right here. We have 2 zones we are now watching for. A tropical wave over the central tropical Atlantic continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms that have become a little bit more concentrated near its axis. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system, and a tropical depression could form by early next week while it moves westward at 10 to 15 miles an hour, approaching the Lesser Antilles. The system is then forecast to continue moving westward to west-northwestward across portions of the eastern and central Caribbean Sea by the middle part of next week. So right now, a 10% chance of cyclone formation through the next 48 hours, and a 50% chance of tropical cyclone formation through the next 7 days. So we do have, again, code orange. It increased. This could get to a 60% chance, and that would be a high orange. And then if it got to a 70% chance, that would be a red, a code red, which means that it would likely form. Right now it's a 50% chance, and it's only been on the up, so we'll continue to watch this. This one as well we're going to have to watch for. Another tropical wave just emerged off the coast of Africa and is currently associated with an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Some slow development of the system is possible through the middle portion of next week as it moves slowly to west-northwest or northwest over the eastern tropical Atlantic. No chance of this thing forming in the next 48 hours, but a 20% chance of this thing forming in the next 7 days. So, gonna have to watch out for these both. I'd be mostly concerned, honestly. I'm not too concerned with this orange one right here. I think that I don't think that it has the curve with it. I think that if it was to hit somewhere in the U.S., it would be somewhere along the Gulf Coast. I think that I would rather be focused on this one behind it. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, this can change. This thing could take a complete turn and go up anywhere that it wanted to. But we're gonna wait for time, and we're gonna wait and see what happens. Let's also go on. We'll talk about the drought monitor in a second. But here is the future. I'm going to just talk about the future for the next 300 to 400 hours or so. So here is this, and let's go ahead and push this forward as we get through August the 30th, the 31st as well. shower thunderstorm activity. As we get into September the 2nd as well, showers, thunderstorms still continuing through September the 3rd, the 4th. And then as we get into the 5th, late 4th, early 5th, maybe even the 6th and the 7th as well, not really seeing much in terms of precipitation. But there goes this tropical development that we were just watching off the coast, or I should say, hold on, let me zoom this out. Let's do Western Atlantic. And let's kind of move this back a little bit. So the first tropical wave, I think there it is right there. And it's going to try and make it up. And look at this, it's trying to curve up. Look at that. So this is the first tropical wave, I believe. And I said that if it was to hit somewhere, I do believe that it would be somewhere towards like the Gulf Coast. And it has a 957, most likely major hurricane, hitting somewhere inside of Alabama, Mississippi. Now, is this going to happen? Not likely at all. We're still 300 hours out. So right now, it just seems to be like this is just a scenario that could happen. Also, moisture that came out from the Gulf of Mexico trying to go out into the Atlantic as well, trying to get some cyclone formation up there as well. So that if this was to happen, this would bring South Carolina some pretty heavy rain as well. But not anything like if it was inside like Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans region, if this was to verify. But this is around September the 10th, September the 11th, September the 12th-ish. But that's pretty much everything in terms for the future. Let's talk about the drought monitor real quick, and then we'll talk with the audience, which I don't see much comments, so it shouldn't take too long. Over here, near inside the northwestern portion of South Carolina, the upstate, the far upstate, we do have a minor drought starting to occur. Abbeville County, southern Anderson County, western Lawrence County, northern Anderson County, Oconee County, and western Pickens County is now in a D1 and moderate drought. The littlest drought, but still something that you still want to pay attention to and make sure that you are also like watering plants outside, have any sprinkler systems or anything like that, make sure that they're running, because another drought condition is expected, and the temperatures are are hotter up there inside the upstate in the Midlands than it is maybe in like the PD region in the low country of South Carolina. So definitely still hot, and we will see a cool down though. Definitely, fall is in the next couple of days. Meteorological fall is in the next couple of days. So right now, it will start cooling down. It will start cooling down as we get into September. So we're almost done with summer. But let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Only have one comment today, and it's from Mr. Anthony that says, "Good evening, weatherman. Good evening to you as well. Hopefully you had a fantastic day." And if that's all that we have in turn for the chat tonight, let's go on and talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and then we'll be out of here for tonight. So here's San Antonio right here. That's the wrong thing. There we go. So let's go on and push this forward. If the models were right, there should be showers and thunderstorms around you right now. Even as we go through around 12 o'clock in the morning, that's when they'll end. As you get into around 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, showers, downpours still continuing. And that's pretty much it in terms of rain. Maybe some rain possible just to the east of San Antonio at around 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. But that's all I'm seeing in terms of thunderstorms, showers, rain. So let's go on and talk about temperatures. So let's wait for this thing to load. As this is loading, if you have not hit the subscribe button yet, we've been at a bit of a dead point. We're still at 205. We've been at 205 for a couple of days now. Remember, we're trying to get to 250 by September 26th. We have less than a month to get 45 subscribers. That's at least an average of around 2 subscribers a day. So we need to get those shares up. We have to get those subscribers up if we want to make it to our goal. So make sure that you're still sharing it. But as we go through tonight, Low temperatures around 74, 73-ish. And then high temperatures tomorrow at around 90. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 73. And then high temperatures going to around the low 90s on Saturday. As we move over here to Raleigh, North Carolina, as we move through late tonight, low temperatures tonight at around 75-ish. High temperatures tomorrow around 94. Low temperatures tomorrow at around 71. And then high temperatures going to around the low 80s going into your Saturday for Raleigh. In terms of reflectivity, here is it right here. As you push this forward, not really much, except for when you get to around late this morning. Downpours are possible as you go to around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning tonight. And as you go into tomorrow, obviously you're under that marginal risk of severe weather going into tomorrow, Friday. And Raleigh is right here. Raleigh's right here. And you have damaging storms to your north. And it seems to be kind of pushing south and east. So, that will definitely hit Raleigh, even at around 11 o'clock p.m.-ish. And even if you look at gusts as well, gusts of up to, well, let me push this back a little bit. Right now it says like 17, but obviously with these storms, it's not going to be actually accurate. It's going to try to be accurate, but not completely accurate. Like, these winds could definitely be more. And right now it's forecasted around 40 to 50 miles per hour, I would say. And here's 11 o'clock right here again, even less. So don't take that exactly as gospel. This can change. And if you get put under that severe thunderstorm warning, it will likely be because of like 60 mile per hour winds or something like that. But the rain will be over at around 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then more showers and downpours possible scattered on Saturday morning. So that's pretty much all that is. And that's pretty much that. We just talked about you're under a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. Well, let's talk about excessive rainfall first. So let's zoom my way out. Nothing for tonight. Nothing for tomorrow. Nothing for Saturday, I should say. Nothing for Sunday. But Raleigh does have a minor chance for some flooding going into your Monday, your Labor Day. And then in terms of the next 3 or so days, obviously we're just talking about it. Raleigh does have a threat for some damaging winds going into tomorrow. That's pretty much it. I don't see any more chats. Let's see, no more chats. So I think that's about it for tonight. Here is your last look at your live radar. Again, not much going on. Even if we go up here to the upstate, not much at all. So that's pretty much it in terms of tonight. Still at 205. Remember what I said. Average of 2 a day is going to get us to our goal. So we were on average at around 2 a day earlier. Obviously, there's just a bit of a dead period right now, but we'll be back up. And hopefully you enjoyed tonight's forecast update. That's pretty much all that I have for tonight. So if we don't have any more questions, any more comments, concerns, that's all for me for tonight. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your Thursday evening, and I will be back tomorrow morning with your Friday forecast update.